Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. Anything I say is alleged, and in my personal opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal, you guys. So we've got some Love and Marriage Huntsville updates to get to. First, we're going to start with Tisha Scott, who said that she is doing a tribute for Black Friday with her hair care, kids care line, Macy and Mila, that she said that is going to be, in particular, this box. She's trying to bring back the nostalgic feels of the classic Just For Me box while incorporating fun, healthy hair goals for not only our kids, but for our adults as well. Stay tuned for what's to come. Make sure you are following our socials, Macy and Mila, and being a part of our community. And I guess she's going to have a 45% off Black Friday sale off of this package that was originally for $99. And so I put up in the upper left-hand side of your screens the Just For Me box, because that was the first thing that I saw before I even read Tisha's post. I was like, this looks like the Just For Me box, right? I was like immediately was the first thing that I said. I believe also Stormy is having a big Black Friday TikTok as well. Also, Mel said on her platform, she said that there is so much in stock that came in as far as inventory that she's excited to share for her Black Friday TikTok that she's got happening coming up. And another thing that Mel has revealed is that she said the following. She said, next week we are launching 14 new products. Did y'all hear me? 14 new products with hands up and eyes closed, smiling emoji. Man, this is what happens when you follow your purpose and do what you love. This is not a quick money grab, not trying to take advantage of people. Ooh. But genuinely operating in integrity and loving what you do. Hashtag bless. I couldn't help but feel, I couldn't help but detect shade, you guys. Did you guys detect shade? Not a quick money grab, not trying to take advantage of people, but genuinely operating in integrity and loving what you do. Oh my. My. Gee, I wonder who this could be about, right? I wonder who this could be about because, again, didn't somebody else come out with a whole bunch of products recently? And I remember some of you guys in the comments that were a little concerned because you were like, wait a second, this is kind of just throwing anything at the wall to see what sticks and blah, 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 blah. But actually, Mel also had posted kind of like a little snippet of one of at least the new 14 products that is going to be coming down the pipe. And it looks like one of the 14 is going to be a gingerbread cookie body oil, you guys. So nonetheless, can't wait to see what other new scents and everything else she comes out with, and if there'll be any more sneak peeks or previews that are going to lead up to this big Black Friday extravaganza, you guys. And so finally, what I wanted to talk about as well, you guys, that I didn't get to talk to over the past few days, just because I was busy with like traveling and stuff and all of that nonsense. I have to file a complaint and stuff. It's a whole thing. But I had wanted to talk about Marquez coming for MARSAU, right? So as you'll recall, I kind of did a recap of sorts on the Mr. Monday episode that featured Glenn from Bell Collective and MARSAU from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And outside of the awkwardness of Carlos King trying to make this about himself and potentially getting involved with women, and again trying to push hard about women in the DMs of MARSAU and Glenn and all this other stuff, just trying again to just push in those cheating, the little cheating in there, just trying to get it in there, right? Because everybody has to be, there has to be a side chick. There's no way people are faithful to their spouses anymore, right? But with that, MARSAU had a lot to say as it pertained to the Ken, Trish, and Marquez, and on the side, well, he really didn't talk about the Martell component, but more so the Trish, Marquez, and Ken situation. And Marquez had a response, you guys. So we're going to dive into that. So it says, I see you have a lot to say, and tags MARSAU's Instagram. Says, you seem to be mixing this reality stuff with my real life. Instead of being a part of the solution, as a black man, I came to you looking for clarity and guidance, but instead, you seem to think it's funny and okay to portray me as weak on TV and the internet. You have so much to say, but you don't have all the facts. Crazy thing is, you never even knew I was married, and I've known you since 2009. You don't know me for real, 100. You don't know what I've been through before this TV stuff. I've supported you at Black and showed you nothing but respect in real life before and after these cameras, so I suggest you offer some real advice and not be a part of the problem. Another 100, right? So this is interesting, right? Because, you know, MARSAU is not new to this. He's true to this. You know, MARSAU is going to be team whatever, you know, fits his best interest, right? And, you know, regardless of the situation, he is obviously team family unit, whatever that looks like, right? He is team family unit. And he's always been that way, right? And basically, when we saw the scene with him and Marquez, MARSAU basically was like, hey, you left your family, right? What I don't understand, though, is how do you know somebody since 2009 and they don't know that you're married? Like, can somebody make that make sense to me? Like, there's even coworkers or colleagues and things that I don't necessarily consider people that I'm close with or that I need to talk to on a regular basis, but I do know some things about them, right? I do know whether or not they're married. I do know whether or not they have kids and this and that. And outside of like work and work related functions and things, like what like that's just the basis of the basis, right? But nobody's saying that we're close or that we're best friends or that we are filming together for a reality show or that we were spending time together before reality TV and all of these things and having all these conversations. It's very, 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 very weird. But one thing MARSAU did say, though, that I don't think Mr. Make It Happen addressed in here, and that is he basically was alluding to, implying, and so did Glenn, he doesn't think, and he doesn't believe, and I don't either, that Trish is completely over Marquez. That Trish wants the actual divorce. That she wanted to sign that alleged menu. Whatever that was, whatever that document was, because it sure as heck was not no divorce papers, because you just filed for divorce in September. Otherwise, the divorce would have been finalized in April or May of this year when it was originally, when those scenes were filmed, you guys. But nonetheless, you know, I'm team nobody in this, you guys. And I've said this from the start. I am team nobody in this because it's too messy of a situation, right? And I find it interesting, the double standards, right? How hard in the paint people would go if this was Martell and he was able to somehow have his way and have a situation where he could still have Mel as his wife and still have this mistress on the side, right? He would be dragged up and through here, right? And Mel would be dragged, right, for staying, and Martell would be dragged for being a womanizer, right? But it's interesting with Trish. It's like, oh, well, you know, she gets excused for still being married because, you know, Marquez didn't treat her right or Marquez wasn't there for her and this and that. And it's okay for her and Ken to be together because, you know, he's filling in the father responsibilities that Marquez left behind. And it's okay whether something happened with Martell or not because you don't like Mel. No. No. Well, where's the logic, you guys? Wrong is wrong. Being married and being involved, you know, having a boyfriend, trying to have a side dude, and trying to have an entanglement with Martell, no. It's not okay out here. Now, nobody is defending Marquez. Yes, you up and left, right? You made that decision to up and leave, and not just leave, move completely out of the state, right? Move to a completely different state, move to a completely different city, to where you are reduced to basically being pen pals and phone buddies with your kids, right? And being afraid to now all of a sudden show up to the house when Ken's there, because you're afraid of what could potentially happen. So there's no reason for me to be team anybody in this, because I feel it is messy all the way around. And I still feel there's an element of Ken that he's not being as forthcoming. He's trying to twist around timelines now to make it seem like things are not as messy as they look. And I also think he's in denial about how much Trish still very much is in love with Marquez, because it seems as though she only gets animated. She only wants to get activated when it's time to come at Marquez. But, you had no issue having all these years go by of not filing for a divorce, not getting this divorce finalized. If you were truly moved on and done with the situation, whether it was financial reasons, whether you were holding out some hope that Marquez was going to be the man that you hoped, that maybe this was just a rough patch since you guys have known each other since high school. And then, of course, all the suspect behavior of all of, the posts that was on Facebook that are mysteriously deleted now. It's just a hot mess. It is a hot mess, and some people think that some of this might be a storyline. Some of this might not be coming from a genuine place, because first you said you were separated from Marquez 5, 6, 7 years, but yet in 2020, you're wishing your husband a happy anniversary, right? So it's a lot of mess that I don't think a lot of the cast know about. So obviously it's easy to paint a narrative, right? Because Ken had been filming, since the beginning. Ken and Trish have been filming since the beginning. Remember, Marquez didn't come onto the show until a couple months in, only because the son was the one that was calling Marquez saying, hey, production is telling me that I need to be calling you a deadbeat dad. I need to be calling you that I have no relationship with my father and that Ken's my dad. So that was already, and this is the part about reality TV I don't like, right? We're supposed to be showing real lives, real situations, right? And the show initially wanted to portray like the kids had no communication with Marquez, didn't know where Marquez is, didn't talk to him in years, that when he left, he also ceased all communication as well. And that part wasn't true. And then trying to encourage the kids to say bad things about their father, and they have a relationship still with their father, is not a good look, you guys. That's not okay. That's not acceptable. And this is the part of interference in reality TV that I don't like. Do not try to involve the kids into this madness, into this mess, when the adults can't even get their crap together. Don't try to brainwash the kids now to try to get a certain narrative. But then you guys are the same people on Mr. Mondays talking about, well, it's nice to see a grown man cry and be emotional and have emotions, but yet you also enjoy dragging him and making allegations about his sexuality and all these other things. Like, we need to keep it a buck. Everybody has been out of order in the situation, especially on social media. You guys have been more activated on your guys' Instagram accounts, on your guys' Facebook accounts, than you have on the show. And I feel like there is so many missing pieces to this story that it is unrealistic for people to be like, oh my gosh, I am team whomever. No. Team nobody. Because nobody in this situation's hands are clean, as far as I'm concerned, right? Ken is trying to prove that he is the best stepfather without the official title, because he's with a woman still legally married to another man, and has been the entire time that he has been involved with her, you guys. And then you have Trish, who does not want to let go of Marquez, regardless of what she says, because no way you're still this emotional and mad at him, and he's been gone X amount of years, right? And you've been quote unquote separated all these years, right? Because if you truly moved on and happy, you would not be fazed by Marquez's antics, right? And then being more pressed about Martell not recognizing you and not remembering you. And Martell telling people in other scenes, oh yeah, she's been by the house a few times. No. He wanted to play you on camera. He wanted to downplay things on camera to not embarrass you and not humiliate you, because your timeline is sus. But then you guys tried to turn it around and make this about Mel and what Mel did or didn't do while she was separated from Martell. And all this time, Mel still has not produced a boyfriend or a significant other of sorts on the show for you guys to be like, yes, this is the guy, right? No, there's been no guy to be found. And every guy that you have seen publicly with Mel has been somebody that has either worked for her or, you know, a close friend of hers, and it's been strictly business. And you guys cannot handle it. But nonetheless, MARSAU is going to MARSAU, and like I said, MARSAU is going to be, you know, side of wherever the mess is, side wherever is going to get the most attention. He has been in the likes on Ken's page, trying to make fetch happen there. But it sounds like Marquez has known MARSAU a lot longer than MARSAU has known Ken. At least that's what I'm interpreting this as. And Marquez feels a way that MARSAU is just immediately Team Ken, right? But again, like I said, MARSAU is team family structure, right? Regardless of how messy a situation is, by the way, as well. That as long as there's a father in the household with the mom raising the kids, that's what it needs to be, right? Regardless of all the nonsense that's going on, whether it's the cheating, not being divorced, and all this other stuff, right? But yeah, he's team family. so nonetheless, you guys, there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.